Hey, I wanted to do a quick review of the videos 2020. This is the new version of videos. Now they've come out with several versions, but this one looks like they've rewritten a lot of the render engine on it, and they've added a lot more templates. And the coolest thing on this is they have good alpha overlays. They're produced on MOV format, and they can go on Camtasia, they can go on Adobe Premiere or Keynote or any video editor that you have. They just go right on top of it. And I'm going to show you a video here that I just created for our Freeze and Ping contest. And then I'm going to show you some demos of things that have that you can do with videos. Now, I bought the front end product, and I bought the template club. Now, typically I don't buy these clubs. I want to make sure that everything's working correctly, and then I'll come back and buy it later. But I know the videos guys, and the templates are always just incredible. And I went ahead and got the year version of it because I know I'm going to be using these templates. So let's get started. I want to show you some examples first, and then I'm going to show you the pros and cons of this videos. The one thing I want to start with, though, is you can make video clips, intros, outros, bumpers, titles, transitions, or you can make a complete slideshow with it. Now, what I use it for is I do all my editing in Camtasia. Occasionally I'll do Adobe Premiere, but I'm making clips to take into Camtasia, and I'm going to show you how I actually build a video with these clips. So these are some of the videos I've made, and you can click on it. The only thing, here's one of the things I don't like is it doesn't allow you to preview them here. You actually have to download them to view them. But they've got some really good templates. And I'm going to show you some of these and show you a couple of the videos I've already made. So let's look at one of the videos. I'm going to pull it across. And the videos now may not play great because I'm using the alternate, the speakers are coming out to the microphone, but they all sound really good. So here's the first one that we ran with is the Freeze and Ping contest. So who's going to win the VidPenguin 2 coffee tumblers? These are 20-ounce stainless steel tumblers with a real beautiful design on the outside. It says Freeze and Ping. The way you can qualify is be the top video pingers in November. And the top 3 are going to get one of them. Here's one of the transitions. Lee Matthews, he's going to be hard to catch before the end of the month. Dan? I'll just skip to the end. And I really like that effect. That's one of the outros. Let me show you another video I made yesterday. And this one was for the Autoblog ads. And let's see if I can get it to play here. This is one of their live action. And all you had to do is just put the logo. Here's another overlay. So I just combined several of these clips. I combined several of the clips and then added some special effects through Camtasia. That's how I'm compiling them. Now, what I want to do is give you a couple of examples also that I made a Christmas wreath video. Here is like a Times Square. I love the way that effects come across. So here is a flag, waving flag with one of our. Oh, here's one more I want to show you. So it's got a lot of opportunities for you to make some really professional looking graphic video clips. Now let's go into the software itself. It is a SaaS-based application like it's always been. Okay, so here's the program itself, and you got your My Videos and you got templates. My Videos, you can just show more and it's going to show you all of them. You can delete them, and it looks like they're auto deletes after 29 days. So you want to download them once you get them. Real easy to create. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to templates. And here's a lot of choices. So they got some favorites. If you tagged them as favorites, and you can kind of see what everybody else is using as far as favorites here. And here's the newest. Now, like I said, I got the template club. So some of these templates you may not see if you just buy the front end product. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. You can preview everything here. There's the YouTube swirl, Halloween, and here's some of the featured ones. But this is what I really like is the alphas. Is you have these are overlays that you can put on top. So you got a lot of lower thirds, you got a lot of transition and reveals, and you can kind of see what all they do here. And I'll pull you got some backgrounds that you put in here, some intros. So all these are intros going into your video. And I like the little numbered countdowns there. And live action. This is one of my favorite. There's some very professional looking live action scenes in here. And if you'll notice, that's the one I used there. And I used that balloon there. And let's say if you want a pizza here. So let's go in and customize it here. And I'm going to add a logo. Just going to hit upload. I'll pull a logo real quick. Okay, here's RSS Master Technology. And I try to use the largest image possible. RSS Master Technology, and I will hit continue. And you have the default sound effects or music with it, and you can change it just by selecting. Now, I think this only comes with the template club where you can get additional ones, but they're going to add some more over time, and you can always test it by. That sounds like pizza music. Kind of like that better, so I'm going to choose that one, then hit preview. Now, this is, to me, this is a very smart move on video's part. Was they didn't do the whole video. What they did was just do some freeze frames going across, so you can look to make sure your spelling's correct, make sure everything looks good, and then whenever you're ready, you hit create. So it's going to put it in the queue, and then it's going to render it out. Now, if you buy the final upsell, which is, I think, their white label or agency package, it allows you to have, I think, 3 rendering at the same time or more. I just have the template club and the front end, and that's really all you're going to need. But this will take anywhere from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, but it will make a good looking logo reveal for you right there. So anyway, I wanted to kind of just show you, there it is, it's rendering right now. And now the thing is, you want it to finish rendering before you start on your next video clip, but there's a lot of, if you get the template club, there's a lot of different unique things that you can do with it. But pricing on it, I think it's $67 during the launch on the front end. And I think the video club is like $37 a month, or I think $347 a year. Okay, that one looks like it's done. So it's fairly quick. They do have some slideshows also. And these are transitions. You got some great transitions in there, and social. The one thing I don't spend a lot of time on is building my YouTube channels or getting Facebook followers. And this makes it real easy. You just add your social integration over it. So let's see what this one looks like. And you can also make it into a GIF right there. Now that may not work for everybody, but I just think it's kind of unique. You can do a very professional logo reveal for somebody, for a client, and it takes a couple minutes to do, but I would charge a client usually $50 to $150 for something like that. If you don't have it yet, definitely go in and check it out. If you already have it and you want to add the template club, grab that too, because I think it's going to be worth your time and effort. One thing I know on this is there's so many different templates in here. I really like the live action, but look at it. You got 17, it looks like there's maybe 15 in there. So there's 300 live action. Some of them come in from the old version of videos. They've upgraded them, but you got some really good stuff in here. And here's the title. So these are different titles, like this one here. So you'd have first and second text line. And it's real easy when you go into something like social. So let's go into, but they do have some of these Facebook. They also have some Messenger that you can do a communication back and forth, and you can put it on top of somebody typing on a video. Definitely worth checking out. Use the link below. I think it's a pretty good deal. I guess the cons on it are you can't see the render, you have to download it. And sometimes it does take a little bit longer, like 5 minutes to 10 minutes to render out. And I guess the only other thing I can say is if it's rendering, you can't do another one. So go grab a cup of coffee and come back then. So anyway, I'll see you on some future videos. I hope you like this review. It's definitely worth checking out during the launch. And I think the launch ends on Sunday. I'll see you on the next videos.